Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is June 9th, 2022. So, we're going to talk about the NBA Finals and what I think is going to happen in the following games. I'm just going to update the people on Patreon so they can know that we're going live. So, one second. A lot of you left some interesting notes under my post yesterday. The video that I made about the video vixen that was in Nelly's Hot in Here music video, and I put up a post on Instagram. A lot of you left some interesting comments there as well. So we're gonna review all of those and allow you guys to call in and see what you guys think about the games. I am aware that Steph Curry is supposedly injured right now. We're gonna also look at his fake injury. We're gonna talk about Nelly's appearance yesterday at the halftime show and how that came right on time. Right after the young girl's death that was in this video back in 2002. Her name is Pasha Bleasdale, excuse me, and she died yesterday at the age of 38. Just in case you missed that video, we broke down exactly what happened to this girl. They claimed that she died from a brain tumor, and her, I guess, director, a man named Director X, he put up an Instagram post yesterday notifying the world that she passed away from brain cancer. It says here that on Monday, June 6th, Director X, who worked with Bleasdale on multiple videos, announced the tragic news via Instagram. In the post, the famed hip-hop music video director stitched together clips of videos that featured Bleasdale. And we spoke about how she died 131 days after her birthday, and noticed brain tumors 131. 131 is also the championship number, and I'm thinking, okay, so she died 131 days after birthday. Here we have Nelly, who's from St. Louis, just like Jason Tatum. He makes his appearance in the finals on June 8th to perform Hot in Here at halftime. I mean, and because the word championship is also 68, so and the name Nelly is also 68. But look at this. You write out championship, it equals 131, and it equals 68 when you incorporate the rules of numerology. And yesterday was 6/8. The name Nelly equals 68. He made his appearance at the halftime show yesterday to perform Hot in Here. And then 4 days before that, Pasha Bleasdale, who was the model in that music video, passed away 131 days after her birthday from brain tumor. And brain tumor is 131. So, and then, they waited until 6/6 to announce her death. Notice the name of that record that she is remembered for starring in. It equals 66. And we spoke about how the news broke 216 days after Nelly's birthday. He was born on November 2nd. And the actress, her real birth name is Pasha de Matas, which equals 216. And they waited until 6/6, 216 days after her birthday to announce the death. And if I'm not mistaken, I think when you multiply 6 times 6 times 6, it equals 216. So very special number. This number gets used a lot. But this is the young girl here who passed away on the 4th. This is her in Nelly's video. So I think that this is all suspicious. I'm still not going away from the Warriors winning the championship. I know they're looking real bad right now because they're down 2-1. They're on the road and they're missing their star player Stephen Curry. But I still have them winning because of that 175 ritual. I don't think they get to 18 wins. And you know what is scary? 18 is a big Jesuit number, right? IHS is 18. They could let the Celtics get to 18 championships. This girl's name is also 18 as well. So maybe that's what this ritual is about. we've seen a couple of St. Louis rituals. If you guys remember the producer Metro Boomin, his mother passed away recently, and I read somewhere that he's also from St. Louis. And then we had Al Horford's father passed away as well. So look, Metro Boomin, he was born in St. Louis, Missouri, and recently his mother died in what they're calling a murder suicide, where her boyfriend supposedly killed her and then ended up killing himself as well. And this was another big ritual. Let's see if I documented anything about this. I think I did cover this. Actually, I think I covered it on my Instagram though. Yeah, I didn't cover it on my blog. Let's see, what do I remember about this? Let me just go to my Instagram. I put up a lot of stuff on Instagram that I don't make videos about, so please follow us at Simple Truth Television on Instagram. It's just too much stuff to really make a video about everything, and sometimes I'm away from my desk and I can't make a blog post. So let's just see what happened with Metro Boomin. Let's see if I wrote it down. Okay, so the news of her death. Okay, now I remember. Yeah, his name equals 158. She died 158 days after her birthday, and he broke the news on his 263rd day of his age, the 56 prime number. And Metro Boomin equals the same thing as Freemasonry. They both equal 158. And from his mother's birthday, she was born on December 29th. And I think, what was the date that they announced this? It was his 263rd day of his age. So I think it was last Monday they broke this news. Yeah, they broke the news on Monday. I think, maybe Sunday. I think it was Sunday because Sunday was 158 days after her birthday. Let me just. I should have did an entire blog post about. I would have had all these details already available. So let's see. So this was on June 5th. So yeah, so June 5th. But I don't think June 5th was the day that she died, though. Let's see. Metro Boomin is has lost his mother and his boyfriend. You see, look, he put up this tweet saying "Happy Birthday, Mom" on December 29th. So we can assume that December 29th is her birthday, and so it happened on Friday, but they are not. But this TMZ announced the news on the 5th, on the Sunday, but she killed herself that Friday, which was 156 days after her birthday. We know Boston Celtics is 156. Maybe that's what that is about, but I know for a fact that the reason they waited until Sunday to announce her death is because in Gematria, her son's stage name, Metro Boomin, it equals 158, just like Freemasonry. And his name is the same as Freemasonry, all four ciphers. His mother ends up dying 158 days after her birthday. And again, June 5th, that was his 263rd day of his age, the 56 prime number. And again, the guy's from St. Louis. So we are noticing a lot of rituals coming out of St. Louis, right? So the young girl who was in the Hot in Here video connected to Nelly. And of course, Nelly is connected to the Celtics because Jason Tatum is a star player for the Celtics. And he's from St. Louis as well. And then Metro Boomin, he loses his mom. I think right after the finals started, because the finals began on June 2nd, and he lost his mom on the 3rd, so a day after the finals began. Actually, yeah, because she died on 6/3. Something else I noticed about Nelly. Look at this, Nelly. Like I said, he was born November 2nd, and A number that they use a lot in these NBA finals is the number 213. And the NBA finals began on Nelly's 213th day of his age. And the NBA finals is 213 in Gematria. And that is a big number, 213. They use that number a lot. Last year, the NBA finals began 213 days after Giannis Antetokounmpo's birthday. And he ended up winning the NBA finals. A few years before that, remember when Drake was synced up with the Raptors? The Raptors clinched the finals 213 days before Drake's birthday. And then a year, I think it was in 2020? In 2020, when the Lakers won the championship, they had the CEO of General Electric, Jack Welch, pass away 213 days before the finals. And of course, 213 is the LA area code. And it was probably letting us know that the Lakers were going to win that year. And then just think about what they did in the Super Bowl this year. On 213, they had the 213 LA team win the Super Bowl. And the first touchdown was scored by Odell Beckham, who wears number 13. The person playing defense on him was number 2. So they had number 2 playing defense on number 13 on 2/13 in the 213 area code. And then at halftime, they had all the 213 celebrities like Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and a lot of other people as well from the LA area. Dr. Dre. But this is why I'm not, I don't think this means, I don't know. Maybe the Celtics are going to win the championship. But the reason I'm sticking to my original predictions of the Warriors winning is because of the 175. Now, I was thinking they was going to sweep. I thought the Warriors was going to sweep the Celtics, to be honest. But because I think, Game 4 is a very interesting game. And I thought that was going to be the day that the finals was going to end because of how it lines up with Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, a big star player for the Warriors. And now that Steph Curry is out, I think this is going to be the go-to guy Game 4. So look how they lined it up perfectly for Klay Thompson to have a big game on Game 4. Steph Curry gets injured during Game 3. He probably doesn't play Game 4. He'll probably come back, maybe if it goes 6 or 7. But look, from Klay Thompson's birthday to Game 4, which is on June 10th, it's 122 days. And that is a big number because Golden State and Pope Francis are both 122. Now, from Pope Francis' birthday to Game 4 is 175 days. And notice how Golden State is 122 and 175, just like Pope Francis. And notice the 58. June 10th is a day with 58 numerology. And the last time these two teams played each other was in 1964, which was 58 years ago. So this is why first I made a video saying, I asked the question, are the Celtics going to get swept by the Warriors? Because I saw how June 10th lined up so perfectly with the Pope and with Klay Thompson. Now, obviously, it's not going to go 4. It's going to go at least 6. But, it could go 5 as well. But in order for the Warriors to win, it will have to go 6, right? At least 6. But I just like how June 10th lines up with Klay Thompson. So I do expect Klay Thompson to have a big game. We're going to see what happens during Game 4. Game 4 is that was the game that I was waiting for. 175 days after the Pope's birthday. And remember, that number is big because if the Celtics lose in the NBA Finals, they will fall to 17-5 in finals. Right now, they're 17-4. And remember, these two teams played each other the day that Pope Francis turned 85 years old. And we know Boston is 85, just like basketball. So I'm not. This to me seems like a better riddle than having Nelly sacrificing a video vixen and Metro Boomin sacrificing his mom and Al Horford sacrificing his father right before the finals. Maybe those sacrifices mean that the Celtics are going to win. Maybe we'll find out, but I don't think those are more important to the cabal than a ritual lining up with the Pope. I just think this is just more significant for these people. These people love scripting out rituals around the Pope. They do this all the time. The Pope Francis, especially on his 85th birthday, the big basketball number. Yeah, so June 10th, that is the game to watch. And look, this blog post it went up. I did this on May 26th, so before the finals started. I even have it up here, NBA Finals possible sweep scenario, because I just saw how Game 4 was just so perfectly lined up with the Pope and Clay, man. But we shall see. I'm gonna open up the phone line, see what you guys think. I know a lot of you keep talking about Bill Russell and some other things, so I'm not rejecting anybody's thoughts. If you want to call in and give your 2 cents on what you guys think is gonna happen, sure, call in and we can discuss it at the end. And if you find something else that I haven't covered, just bring it to light as well. But I do see why I do understand why Nelly's at the games, because they do. I don't for some reason they like to incorporate rappers into the championship. They do this a lot. I don't know why. A lot of you say, why are you always paying attention to rappers when you're trying to predict who's going to win the finals? This is why, you guys. This is why I'm always looking at rappers, because rappers always have something to do with the finals. Why is Nelly now all of a sudden so buddy with Jason Tatum? So what? Jason Tatum is from St. Louis. You never saw Nelly perform at the Celtics games before. Now all of a sudden he wants to be in the games, and then think about Drake. Drake, yeah, he goes to a lot of Raptors games, but the way he was so active during the Raptors finals, it was just like, even before the Raptors finals, when the Raptors was playing the Milwaukee Bucks, Drake was just so active, trolling everybody, and he was wearing jerseys that was acting like drawing attention to himself and stuff. So they do this all the time with these rappers. I don't understand why. This is why I'm always looking at rappers when they pass away, and I'm always trying to make the connection with the rappers in the games, because this is what they do. This is why back in February when I said that the Bulls is gonna play the Grizzlies, I was looking at the death of Young Dolph, because I seen how he was born in Chicago, died in Memphis. So I'm like, maybe that's what they're doing this year. But obviously they're not. They lined up the finals with Nelly's birthday, 213 days after his birthday. The final starts, and then on 6/8 he has his halftime performance. And then one of his video vixens dies 131 days after her birthday. I mean, those are big numbers, 131 and 68. And then this St. Louis native, he loses his mom right after the finals, And then we had this 213 ritual recently with the rapper Trouble. 213 days after his birthday, and then he puts out a mixtape on the Pope's birthday on December. He puts out a mixtape called The Return of December 17th. And of course that's the Pope's birthday, which is it also show you how many rituals they do around the Pope, So the phone number is 646-986-0958. Like I said, I'm not going away from the Warriors. The Warriors have to lose for me to say, okay, then I'll figure out what went wrong. Maybe all this St. Louis stuff it was the indication that they was gonna win, but I don't think so. I think this is a distraction. I do expect Klay Thompson to have a big game during Game 4. Tie the series 2-2 in Boston, but we shall see. So Stephen Curry foot injury update. Warriors star says, I'm going to play in NBA Finals Game 4 versus the Celtics. Okay, so Steph Curry is not missing Game 4. That's a good sign. I'm going to play equals 73, like how he was born on the 73rd day of the year. You see how they just code every headline with the same numbers, 73. Remember the Boston, I keep saying the Boston Celtics. The Golden State Warriors beat the Mavericks 73 days after Stephen Curry's birthday on a day with 73 numerology, because he was born on the 73rd day of the year. Maybe he scores 73 points in Game 4 with a foot injury. Oh, my God. These actors are something else. So the number is 646-986-0958. Let me see. I'm going to gonna pin the phone number on in the chat room. 986-0958. Hello?
Hey, how's it going, Arthur? This is Eric.
What's going on, Eric? Thanks for the
Oh,
call.
not too much. I was just listening to the show. Yeah, hey, yeah, I was listening, man. I'm liking Boston, man. I really am because I was doing more research yesterday, and I was on them yesterday. I mean, real hard because it's unbelievable, man, how long this stuff been scripted. I looked back to 1981. It was a game. And it's 15,000. It was 41 years ago, but 41 years is 15,006 days exactly to the game yesterday, right? So that was telling me like Boston Celtics equal 156, right? And I measured it, and they had it. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, yeah. Um, I didn't write it down, so I'm trying not to get all over the place. But yeah, yesterday from Boston won in 1981. I believe they was the NBA champions, right?
Yeah.
That was 41 years ago. So yeah, I measured from that game three in 1981 to the game yesterday. It was exactly 15,006 days.
Really?
Yeah, that's 41 years. Yeah, so that was telling me Boston, and Boston went up 2-1 over Houston Rockets. And then on top of that, I looked at the baseball, and Oakland Athletics was playing the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta smashed them. So I had Atlanta and Boston in a parlay yesterday. But you know, the Atlanta Braves used to be the Boston Red Sox, you know, back in the days. So I thought that was some kind of rhythm. And
Yeah.
on the bookmakers, they switched the odds today all of a sudden to the Golden State is plus 180 to win the finals. So that was a big money move. Like I'm thinking the books know something for them to make, the favorite Golden State to plus 180.
Yep. Yep. And I just
Yeah.
noticed
So
something right now while you was on the phone. Jason Tatum right now, his postseason record, he's 41-30.
right.
And I don't know if you remember Giannis Antetokounmpo. Remember when he was 41-30,
Uh huh.
and we called that he was gonna become 42-30 because of the N word and slavery, how they
Yeah.
equal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, Jason Tatum is 41-30. So if he wins on June 10th, he'll become 42-30. Those numbers stamped on black people.
And I seen something. I want to say it was Steve Kerr. If he lose 4 games, he can get stuck on 81 losses. I think he got 77. He got 77. I think final losses or playoff losses or something. But he can land on that 81 and that 18. Um,
Right now, he's 13-6 in the postseason this year.
okay.
He has 34 all-time losses. So if he gets
34,
two more, he'll get to 36.
36. Okay. It was something that I seen on there. But yeah, I seen that. I thought that was so strange. You were just talking about Nelly, and then he pops up at the NBA game and do a song that the girl who
Oh
died. Like,
wow, unbelievable,
there's no
right?
coincidence.
Like
It's like, yeah, it's like
you know how many records Nelly has, and then he performs "Hot in Here" out of all of them.
exactly right.
It's
It's like
just,
it's all scripted up. Like,
yeah, yeah.
no doubt about that. And but yeah, I think it's all about the 41 years ago. They're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I think Boston gonna get it. I mean, Golden State might smack them. They might come back because there's a lot of money on it. But I just believe. I just feel
Well, I
like they
think now that I'm
all for
looking, now that
one.
I found this 41-30 connection, I think the Celtics are definitely gonna win Game 4.
That's what I'm thinking. If they go up 3-1, like I mean, what? Steph gonna do a LeBron and come back, and you know what I'm saying? Like we really make some money if that happens. Like
Well, the Celtics beat the Warriors 4-1 the last time they was in the finals, so they could probably repeat again and beat
And
them 4-1 again.
they'll get the championship 41 years later. It only makes sense, right?
Mm.
1981,
And then for the series,
which
they're
is the year,
41. And Golden State
yeah,
is
which is the
41.
year I was born. Golden State 41, yeah. And it's some good stuff lining up for the Celtics.
Yeah, especially
I
this
need to
because
look
this played for us earlier this year. This was on May 7th. I put up this post
yeah.
when
We need to
Giannis
look
became
into Paul
42 and 30.
Pierce because he like one of the big ones that be on Sports Center and stuff that's always with Boston. He used to play with them, you know. What they used to call his name, I forget his name. The Truth, right?
Paul Pierce.
Yeah, didn't they call him the Truth or something? I might need to do some research
Yeah,
on
they
him to
did.
see if they
Yeah,
can
the
pull
Truth.
it off. Yeah.
Well, what about Paul Pierce? Have you seen him at the games?
No, I haven't seen him at the games, but I know like sometimes when I watch like the Sports Center or the I guess whatever that Shannon Sharp show or whatever, sometimes he bees on there. I know he always back in Boston, so yeah. But I just wanted to put that out there, Arthur, and hey, either way it goes, we're gonna figure it out, right? If Boston go up, it's like I don't
Well,
think
I think I already figured it out. I think they're gonna win Game 4 for sure, and then we'll figure it out. We'll find out what happens after that. But they're definitely gonna win Game 4 though.
Okay. And they favored by 4 points, so they minus 170 right now. So
Yeah, they're gonna win Game 4.
flow.
I don't know what. Well, we'll take it one game at a time after that though.
Okay, I'll let some more people get in case they got some better observations. But I wanted to put that out there and
Appreciate it. Definitely.
tell you about that. Though they definitely won in '81. They can win 41 years later against the big 41 team.
And win it 4-1 possibly.
Win it 4-1, yeah. So. And do the 81-18 thing, so
The
81
remind me what that is.
41 years ago.
Remind me what the 81-18 is.
I have to pull up the records because I was listening to another show, the Geometry Effect show, and then I had called in. I didn't bring notes, but it's in one of their records. And that was the only hope that they gave for Boston was the 81-18. So everybody's all over Golden State, but I'll try to. If I pull it up, I'll text it to you. I'll find it. It's 81-18 stat.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
And you know what else, you guys? You see how you guys? Okay, look. So Nelly, he performed "Hot in Here." And remember we said about 66? They waited until 6-6 to announce the girl's death. Right now, the Warriors are on 66 wins. So is that what this is all about? Keeping the Warriors on 66 wins for the season? Okay, look at this. Like on May 7th, we nailed this riddle with Giannis. He was 41-30 in the postseason. I forgot who they was playing. Let me see. Let me look at the bracket. Okay, so it was Milwaukee versus May 7th. I think it was Milwaukee versus the Chicago Bulls. I think it was the Celtics. Just look up the box score because it was on May 6th or May 7th, that game. Yeah, I'm gonna take calls for 1 second. I'll definitely call you back. I just want to get this thought out before I forget. Okay, so it was against the Celtics. Okay, I'm gonna call you right back, caller. Just 1 second. So on May 7th, the Bucks beat the Celtics, and they went up 2-1 in that series. And notice Giannis, he scored 42 points that game. Yeah, I remember now. Oh man, he picked up his 42nd win of his career. Giannis picked up his 42nd win of his career in the postseason, scored 42 points, and shot 30 field goals. And then his record became 42-30 in the postseason. What don't you understand? Just hold on. So he scored 42 points that game, right? He shot 30 field goals to score those 42 points, and then the Bucks won. So he became 42-30 in the postseason, and because those numbers get used a lot throughout Black history, because the N word is 42-30, names like Malcolm X, Martin, slavery is 42-30. There's a lot of other names as well that equal 42-30. Those pair of numbers get used all the time. So I knew he was going to become 42-30 that day. So we took advantage of that. And then when we saw he scored 42 points on 30 field goal attempts, we were just like, oh, look at that. How easy was that one? So these people don't understand. Jason Tatum right now, he's 41-30. He's 41-30. Can you believe that? All right, let me just call this guy back. Maybe not watching the video. Yeah, there's no way he doesn't become 42-30. We've seen this ritual play a lot this year. Yes, hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. Simple Truth?
Yes, how you doing, man? Thanks for the call.
Good. Well, I've been trying to call. I've been trying to
Yeah. I know. I was showing something, so I didn't want to lose my
I've
train.
seen it. I've been watching you live. I try to do nothing to interrupt.
Okay, what's going on? What's on your mind?
I was just saying, if it does go to a game 7, it's Father Day. So, I hope for his father, they've been showing him in the stands lately a bunch. So either Celtics can win the game 7, or if it goes to game 7, they can win the game 7 Celtics. And Steph Curry has Del Curry, his dad. So it could be a Father's Day ritual. So someone's gonna
I didn't expect it to go game 7 because I don't like how game 7 lines up with any of the other players or even the Pope. When I made my first video, I thought it was gonna go either 4 or 5, but I had the Warriors winning. Now it's possible they have the Celtics winning 5 as well. I mean that's not too far off. It could happen.
So that 6192 is that's a California area code too, and Jason Tatum's been playing good in game 7, so the Boston Celtics been playing good in game 7. So
why do you like game 7 so much?
Because I've been showing out on ESPN so much. I've been showing 7. ESPN's been showing 7 so much.
Oh.
I've been tired of seeing the 7. I don't really care about ESPN, but I say it could be a Father Day ritual because I hope for they showed his father. They said something about his I hope his grandpa died recently. So
Al Horford, right before the finals, he lost his grandfather.
Yeah, and then they could say you could go to game 7 Father's Day, you can Al Horford could win it for his father. They keep showing Al Horford.
Yeah, but do you know that that was a big 175 ritual? The death of his grandfather, because Al Horford's mother, her name is Arelis Reynoso. Her name is 175, just like Pope Francis in Golden State. And then they could become 17-5 if they lose in the finals. So, and then I think he died on the day with 38 numerology as well. So I don't know about his grandfather being an indication that they're gonna win, but I do think they're gonna win Game 4 for sure, though. Hello? Looks like he hung up. Yeah, Al Horford's grandfather's death, that was a big 175 ritual. So, and that was right before the series between them and the Heat, which began on May 17th, on 17/5. Like I said, I'm not going away from the Celtics losing and becoming 17-5, but I am scared that they're gonna have to do it down 3-1 if they are gonna win it. Because I don't think this 42-30 ritual doesn't play with Jason Tatum. They did the same thing with Giannis earlier this year. Somebody says that the Boston Celtics can pick up their 81st. Oh, that was Eric. So let's see what Eric is saying. If you guys want to call in, the line is open now. So Boston Celtics can pick up their 81st all-time Finals wins. Oh, that's what Eric is saying. Oh, so that connects with Al Horford's grandfather who died at the age of 81. Oh, I see what you're saying. 18 championships, 18 is a perfection of 81. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I do think the Celtics are definitely gonna win Game 4, and then for the Warriors to win 3 in a row, it's gonna be hard because not a lot of I don't think that's ever been done in the well, only once, right? Only the Cavaliers did it. Let me see if I can find that stat. What is team's record? What are teams down 3-1 in finals record? The Cleveland Cavaliers are the only team to come back after being down 3-1 in the NBA Finals and win Game 7. Hello?
Yo, what's going on, Arthur?
What's going on?
Not much, man. It's tops. I was wanted to
What's going on?
I just wanted to share just the Paul Westphal relations with the Celtics and this season. You know, Paul Westphal, former Celtic, and son. He used to play for the Suns, but he's a legendary Celtic. He won championships with the Celtics. He died last year on January 2nd. But season began on 70 and 34 date numerology, and he died aged 70 years, 34 days. And that to me, like in itself, tells me like uh, that the Celtics would be in it, like in the thick of things, like towards the end, somewhere at the midway point of the season. Like I realized that. But also his two teams that he has relations with, the Suns and Celtics. Suns were in the finals last year. Celtics are in the finals. Okay. And then people have been noticing the Don Nelson relations.
He played for the Celtics. I'm seeing that. Oh yeah, he probably did because this is him. I think this is his coaching record. I don't see how. I see that he played for Brooklyn. No, he was the coach. Oh yeah, so this is his coaching record. Let me just look up his player record 1 second.
Okay.
So yeah, he began his career with the Celtics at the age of 22. Found funny. And then he played with the Celtics and the Knicks. Okay, all right. So go ahead. So
okay, and like I think his first stint as a coach, he was an assistant coach with the Suns, and Steve Kerr was drafted that year. I think it was like '88 or something like that. Maybe even before that. I'm not mistaken, but yeah, he coached Steve Kerr's rookie season in the NBA, and then now like you have Steve Kerr going against like his old team, and it reminded me of like how the Astros and the Braves series played out, and all the correlations with Hank Aaron and Dusty Baker, and how they were teammates and stuff like that. And I'm just noticing like how Paul Westphal just like has all the alignments. But like I said, Suns were in the finals last year. Celtics this year. He has correlation with both teams. And the date numerology, 70 and 34. Season started 10-19 of last year. And the first two date numerologies are 70 and 34. Died 70 years, 34 days. So I just felt like he has to have some type of like link with this.
Yeah, like, I see what you're saying. Because he has a connection with Kerr and the Celtics, and now those are the two teams in the finals.
Exactly. And then Don Nelson, people were noticing things with him, and Don Nelson was his teammate on the Celtics. and I think he left. He parted ways with the Celtics in 74, 75, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But I think 75 was a part of it, and they're commemorating 75. And he actually died in the 75th NBA season last year, but they commemorated 75 this year.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How you feel about did you remember when Giannis became 42 and 30?
Yes.
How you feel about Jason Tatum being 41 and 30 right now?
It's got to hit the 42-30, especially on 6/10 or 10/6.
106, the Black Lives Matter number. Yep. Wow.
Exactly.
You see how sick this stuff is, though? They make
Yeah.
him 42 and 30 on 106.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh, yo.
Yeah, man. So I'm thinking Celtics might take it, man. And then, like, if if it were to end in 6, it would be would have been the 3,000 or the third, or how would you say that? 3,733 weeks of Paul Westfall's life, and 3,733 is the 521st prime. And if the Warriors win one more, which would put them on 2, and the Celtics finish in 6, Steve Kerr will remain on 521 all-time wins. 3,733 to 521st prime.
Yeah, these people are sick, man. The way they shame black people, man, stuff is crazy, man.
Yeah. I just wanted to point that out, man. The Paul Westfall things, man. Just share that. See if somebody else might have seen something.
Definitely. That's a great observation. Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out on that. But I just feel like if it's gonna be almost impossible for the Warriors to win it down 3-1. I don't see it.
Yeah, and then Curry wore the I don't know if you noticed that in the post game interview yesterday, he had on like a blue like sweater button up, and it had the letter M, and M is the 13th, and that's 1 and 3. You know what I'm saying? And they're on the road, so it would be 1 and 3 if they lost game 4.
And then the Celtics can possibly win 4-1 in Golden State, right?
Exactly. Hey, if that would happen, man, that would be crazy. Well, I know, like, coming to this series, probably everybody had, or like most bettors, especially if they don't know the code, they probably had Golden State.
Well, even with the code, because that 175 ritual was looking really good with the Warriors, but
True.
Now you guys are introducing new ideas, and then now it's kind of like maybe.
Yeah, because the reason why I lean Celtics, man, because they had the depth on their side, and I just didn't see where like Warriors had a depth, and like when Kobe died, Lakers won the chip, and then this past national championship, you had Bill Self Sr. die, and then his son wins the national championship. So I just feel like it's got to be a depth involved if a team is gonna win. Like they can have the alignment. Where's the depth? That's how I feel. I don't know how anybody else feels about it. Yeah, but I just wanted to share that. You keep doing what you do, Arthur. You know you the man. I tune in anytime I can.
Appreciate that. Thanks a lot,
sure.
Tausi.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah. So let's see. I think right now it's teams with a 1-3 deficit won the series once. Teams with a 3-1 lead won the series 35 times. So oh boy. Well, yeah. What I'm gonna do is after Game 4, we'll make another video and see what else they throw at us. Like I said, I do think the Celtics are definitely gonna win Game 4 now. I just found that Jason Tatum connection with on 106 as well. My gosh, that's definitely gonna hit. So yeah, and Boston does equal 31. So Boston is 30. It's 22, but Boston does have a 31 connection. Man, 175 days after the Post birthday, the Celtics are gonna become 3-1. Wow, they really know how to double code this stuff. But going back to that young girl, Pasha Bleasdale, the video vixen. You know, it's funny. The day after, the day that Nelly performed "Hot in Here" at the halftime game, at the halftime show, the Celtics were 64-38, and she died on 6-4 at the age of 38. So look at that. So no doubt her death was synced up with the Celtics game that day. Then they stayed on 38 losses. She died at 38. Kept Golden State on 66 wins. When Hot in Here is 66. And they announced her death on 6-6. Yeah. On 10/6. Oh boy. Yes, hello?
Yeah, hello, how you doing?
What's going on? Thanks for the call.
Yeah, so I guess I was just reiterating that I think the way they're gonna set it up is maybe everybody thinks that maybe Golden State is gonna win the next game because it's almost like a damn near must win. Maybe Boston wins, and then they're really gonna take Golden State, and Golden State under the illusion that kind of like they were with the Nets. They somehow think there's illusion that these great players could come back, and they're just gonna lose 4-1.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think as well.
They're gonna be like, oh, the NBA. They think that we're gonna under the impression that's gonna go Game 7 or Game 6. Maybe it ends in 5.
It's gonna end in 5, just like I did in 1964 when the last time they played each other.
Not only that, plus they chose the team that they think is like that makes it make sense as far as it's all rigged. Like kind of like the Raptors, they were a defensive team, physical team that year when they beat Golden State.
Yeah.
So this team, the Celtics, they're the young, athletic, defensive team, and
they're very similar to the Raptors.
Yeah, that's why even on if you think it's not rigged or whatever, you could make it. You would pick Boston, even though we all know it's rigged. So even if it wasn't rigged, we would pick Boston to win this series. Just looking at it by the rebound,
the matchup.
Yeah, the matchup. So these are the type of teams Golden State loses, but everybody's so caught. When I knew that Golden State was not going to win this series, you got people like Asian people, you got Hispanics, people that don't even wouldn't think they watch basketball, and it's like they're all behind Golden State.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I knew it was gonna end on Game 5 because that's the day that leaves 201 days in a year.
Yeah,
Coach Jesuit orders.
Yeah, so you already got it. You got sealed already. You think Boston is gonna win it?
Well, they're definitely gonna win Game 4. I'm like I said, I'm gonna take it one day at a time. I'm gonna look at Game 5 real close, but they're definitely gonna win Game 4 though. Cause I don't know how that 42-30 doesn't hit.
Yeah, if the longer the series goes, maybe Golden State wins, and the shorter it goes, maybe Boston. But I really think Boston's gonna win the whole thing.
I won't be surprised if Jason Tatum scores 42 points, just like Giannis did.
Yeah, and they're trying to get this. I didn't know this guy is the whole Kobe thing, so it's a tribute to Kobe still, right? I think that's what it's looking like. And they don't want Curry to patch. If he gets another ring, they're gonna try to put him that discussion where 10, the 10 top 10 NBA players and stuff. I don't think they want to put him there.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's all I have to say.
Thanks a lot for the call, brother. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna repeat what I said earlier. I think Game 4 is a lock right now for the Celtics, and we're gonna look at Game 5 when it comes. I'll definitely make another video. Let me just see how Game 5 lines up with Curry. There's 91 days. The 13th triangular number. Finals is 61-25. That's a day with 41 numerology. That's another reason I thought it was gonna end 4-1 in the favor of the Warriors. Last year, the NBA Finals ended on the 201st day of the year. Now they did it reversed. They ended it on. They're gonna probably end it on a day leaving 201 days in a year. Celtics got 18 championships. What the hell? Somebody says LeBron is gonna finish 6-6. You guys still hoping for LeBron to win more championships? I don't know. I doubt it. But let's see. Let me just see if I covered everything. But I think we can end it there. Yeah, my recommendation is put some money on the Celtics to win Game 4 because I think that is. And when you want to do a prop bet, put money on Jason Tatum to have a good game. And get that 42nd postseason win on 10-6. The black guy. All right, so I'm going to end it there. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Funny enough, there's 106 people watching the video. Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to come back Game 5, and then we'll discuss Game 5. We're going to do it one game at a time. Because every game they're giving us more clues, so we'll definitely recover if we have any. If we've lost anything, we'll definitely we'll recover it because we're going to make some money Game 4. Clearly, I don't think that riddle doesn't hit. That riddle's gonna definitely hit 42-30. And then Game 5, if the Celtics are gonna win Game 5, we'll figure it out, and then we can recover some of our losses there. And that's the beauty of all this. We work as a community, and we're gonna nail all this stuff. Cause all this stuff is rigged, and they do the same shit every year. 201 this year, 201 next year. It's the same shit, man. Looks like they're gonna keep the the Warriors on 66 wins. Hot in here. Somebody says, what does Mag better truth? Oh, that's funny. Mag. Oh man, I haven't heard of Mag in a while. He actually made a video about me, saying that I'm I forgot what he said. Funny guy. Yeah, but see you guys on June 13th. Yeah, tomorrow's the game. Tomorrow, Game 4 is tomorrow. Yeah, the Celtics they became 60-66. I saw that. Somebody says, "Are the Celtics gonna cover the spread?" I don't know. I don't recommend taking a spread. Just take a money line. Okay, so Mag is on BitChute. Okay. If you guys want a good laugh, go follow Mag on BitChute. In case you want a conspiracy comedian, that's the guy. Yeah, that's a good point, Chris. You're saying that the young girl who died was from Toronto. Just like how Toronto was the last team to beat the Warriors in the finals. UNC lost in the championship and dropped to 6-6. Yeah, her like I said, her name is 18. So maybe that's what this her girl's death was all about. Celtics picking up that 18th. Pasha's 18. Aya Chess is 18. They just had Al Horford's father died at the age of 81, the reflection of 18. Of course, the word ritual is 18, is 81. Reflection of 18. Yeah, the Giants do have that 192 number. We've seen a lot of 192 rituals this year. I haven't been paying too much attention to the baseball because I'm trying to nail this shit, man. This basketball shit is hard, man, because they throw so many curveballs at us. Oh, remember what we said about the Stanley Cup, though? We had the Colorado Avalanche versus the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Stanley Cup, and a lot of you was, throwing shots at me, disrespecting me in the comments, saying that, oh, you said the Lightning was going to win, blah, 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 just because they were down 2-0. And guess what? They tied the series, and they could potentially take the lead now on the road. A lot of people, shout out to Ro. Ro took my advice. He put money on the Lightning to win this series when they was down 0-2. And the price was great when they was down 0-2. And looks, they're gonna definitely win this. They're gonna win this series, and they're gonna play the Avalanche in the Stanley Cup, which is probably indication that Tom Brady is gonna play the Denver Broncos in the Super Bowl. Tampa, Colorado, they give us the same thing in football, just like they did in hockey. So let's see if the Lightning go to their third straight Stanley Cup. We called that, a lot of you who troll and say that we don't know what we're doing, bad picks, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, you keep fading our picks. I always say we're not going to get everything right, but we're going to get way more than your average handicapper gets. Your average handicapper is like 50%. And that's a lot. That's a good handicapper, that's 50%. So a handicapper that doesn't understand how they're rigging the games, all he's doing is trading his dollar bills with the bookie. He gives him a 20, he receives a 20. Gives the guy a 20 and receives a 20 because he's only 50% right. The people in this community, most of us, not all of us, are way higher than 50%. Way higher than 50%. And look, we nailed another one. The Lightning were down 2-0. Now it's 2-2. And they just tied the game. They're going into the third period. Let's see if they take the lead in this series to go play Colorado. But yeah, so again, 42-30. That is the riddle for Game 4. The number is stamped on black people. What a shame. Good night, everybody.